Hi, and welcome to Rolling with a Blue Belt, and I'm your Blue Belt. And today we'll be going through my favorite sweeps we'll be using from the Riva guard, and especially from getting to the sleeve grip. I like to pull guard by getting a collar and sleeve grip, and then leaving the collar grip and going for an ankle. So these are going to be variations of those. And I think these are great. I've been experimenting with getting to single leg X from here and using the sleeve to feed it through. We've done this for the second time today, so I want to see in the sparring later if this will is a legitimate technique. I didn't see it used quite often, so we're gonna go run through the options first though. So let's see. Here I start on the collar on the sleeve. I get to single leg X and I push it through. This is what I was talking about. I bump him over. I come up, let the sleeve go, do like a windshield wiper, and go to side control. It's a really great passing position I discussed also in my previous video. So this morning class we're talking through all the options after practicing for an hour. Get to the single leg X, and now we talked about this as well. What if he sits down? This was not a correct move. We decided to put the other one in, and you can bump him over with this, sort of like you do in the normal single leg X position. And then go to a knee slide also if you want. So that was the second option from there that we discussed. We didn't experiment way more, so we're gonna look through different techniques now. The far DLR hook, that's what I like to play also. Get to the collar, get the knee slide. Great variation, you should definitely practice that one. That's the one I probably use the most. It's great for control, but also to get your opponent off balance. Now this one is like the baby bolo. You get to a back chase if he steps back too much. Let's see what's next. I have a feeling it's gonna be like a sit-up sweep. Yes, I go to the sit-up and get the sleeve fed through like I did before. And then I just come up when pushing the sleeve away. It's very important for him not to turn into me. So let's look at another option from there. Sweep the leg. I've relearned this from Nathan Chuang, a very good lightweight, I believe he is, or featherweight. He's one of Brazil's best, and he does that a lot. This one is very nice also, coming up on the lapel. And you can go to the back or get the sweep. So that's a very effective way. I think I've learned this from a really great wrestling up video from Andrew Wiltsey, which his instructions are on YouTube, so please check them out. I'm like, okay, that's basically it, but my partner remembers we did something else also, which was going through to single leg X, and then when someone you can't sweep them, you just do the normal single leg X sweep. So that's also a great addition by him, and you can go for the knee slide there. So we have a lot of options, as you can see from this position. That's why I like to play it. We're gonna be going into specific rounds from here. We also still have just a normal tripod sweep, which is still pretty strong. And there's also a wrestle up, which I forgot to do. But as you can see, there's a lot of great options. You should definitely try to, if you have an hour, try to go over these, or at least take half of them and go over them. They deserve a lot of practice. And here we go into the rounds. I discussed with him, we're going at like 40%. When you're on top, let the bottom guy get to a sweep and see if you can get some resistance. Here, he just does a normal tripod sweep, which is great. We did the rounds of 2, so I told him, now just go one more time and then we'll switch. I really wanted to see whether the single leg X entry would work with the sleeve, the feeding the sleeve. He goes for the deep hook. I sit down a little bit. It's like a game of balance, and I tell him just come up for the sweep. It's a good way to practice, not just fall over and then stop the roll. I think that's kind of sloppy. Our coach also emphasizes this a lot, so that's a better way. So now we switch. I want to go into the single leg X. Like I told you, here I get to the collar. From the collar I try to bump him over, get to the collar more. Then I rotate to the far leg and do like an ankle pick kind of. We did this before and we weren't able to recreate it. So it's really cool to see that it actually works. We're going again here. Oh yeah, I'm just showing him that it's just the basic sweep, but then coming up on the ankle. So that's a good that's a good and viable option also from the the sleeve feeding through. So we're going again here. Now I go for the sit-up guard. I bump him over and come up. Try to get to a double leg, but his hand is fed through, so I just kind of brute force my way to the sweep. But getting the hand, feeding the hand through is so critical, and if you have like options you can do like that, and the other person doesn't know how to react or doesn't know that he's in danger from there, you can get a lot of people sweat with this. Alright, we're switching sides again. I think we're exchanging some words here. Let's see, he's going to get the deep hook. It's like a balance game. He tries to pull out my hand from there, but I get up again. And that was just this one attack. Let's see how he will do on the second time. I think the last round we did a little bit more pressure, giving someone a little bit more pressure to feel what it would be like. Goes for like a X guard. He goes over with that into like a wrestle up, and then there I regard, which is what I would do probably if I get taken down. I wouldn't give my back there if it's not necessary. So we'll discuss a little bit more of the options here. Like I've talked about, these are only sweeps. Probably there are some submissions there also. So let's see if we do one more round. I think so. Yes, we do. I push his leg out. Go for the single leg X again. Pushes it off. I try to feed the hand through. He kind of falls over. And I just push the hip. Get on top, which is also I think I've seen Bertwildsey do it. He uses that more often. It's like a variation on the standard single leg X sweep. So second time, stretch him out, go for the sit up. He's already on his knee. I feed it through. Now I get to the collar. Now I want to bump him over to the right. He has no base there at all, so I can just throw him over. And later he's like, oh yeah, they're right here. It's like I wanted to get my elbow out actually, but I couldn't because it's stuck. So basically reinforcing my idea from the last video that this would be great for passing afterwards. Let's see. Goes for the deep hook again. Now we're putting a little bit more pressure on. Still feeds the hand through. Let's see, it's a little bit out of focus. It focuses back on us, the camera. We're talking a little bit about this, and now he gave me a posture. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Keeping the posture with the grip on the collar is really important. And reviewing this footage made me think about where the pressure should be and why there's pressure there and what it accomplishes. So getting the different grips is getting more natural to me now, and knowing what to do from it instantly. Upgrading the position is also good. He's not sitting up enough, I think. That's what we're talking about on this little tangent. Right here I'm trying to pass his guard a little bit more, so not being on the defense as much. Let's see what happens. He tries to stay off balance. Step over the leg, come in for a knee slide. And he still has my hand, but he's not in the best of position. So we're all out of bounds. It was a little bit better exchange. A little bit more realistic, I guess. I think we're about the same size, me and Luke. That will conclude the end of this roll. I don't know if anybody has seen people play around with this single leg X sleeve feed through, so please make sure to give me tips if there's something we're missing here, or if you would like it, and try it out for yourself and see if it works. So that was the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.